My name's Mira. I'm 30, and I said something I can't take back. One sentence. One reckless, pride-laced, unthinking sentence. That's all it took to unravel 3 years of something real. If you've ever let your mouth move faster than your heart, if you've ever tested love by pushing it to its edge just to see if it would hold, then maybe, just maybe, you'll understand what I'm about to confess. It wasn't a fight about anything important. Isn't that how it always begins? Not with betrayal or tragedy, but something so ordinary it slips by unnoticed until it explodes. I'd just come home from work, drained, emotionally brittle, the kind of tired that sinks into your bones. I kicked off my heels and walked into the kitchen, and there they were, the dishes, still in the sink, a silent, soaking reminder that the day hadn't ended. I hadn't even set down my bag before the disappointment stirred something sharp inside me. Liam was out on the balcony, earbuds in, completely at ease. His water bottle was sweating on the table, shoes still abandoned in the hallway like breadcrumbs leading to carelessness. He looked peaceful, post-run glow, sun setting behind him, and somehow that irritated me more. It felt like I was carrying the world, and he was out there floating in his own little orbit, untouched. I slid open the glass door harder than I needed to. "You couldn't even wash a plate today?" I snapped. My voice was clipped, colder than I intended. He turned, pulled out one earbud slowly. "I was going to do them after dinner," he said calmly, like he was used to defusing little bombs. I rolled my eyes without thinking. That infamous later. Always later. I didn't stop to consider that he might have been tired too, that he'd worked all day, run 10 kilometers, answered dozens of emails. I didn't care in that moment. I just felt unseen. And when you feel unseen, sometimes you want to make someone else hurt the way you do. He stepped inside then. Not angry, steady. "Mira, I've been working too. I just got home from a long run and cleared out 2 hours of backlog messages. I'm sorry if I'm not moving on your schedule." I wish I could say I paused, that I softened, that I heard the fatigue in his voice. But no, I felt cornered. And pride has a cruel habit of rearing its head when you feel most vulnerable. So I lashed out. Adam never made me feel like I had to beg for basic help around the house. The moment those words left my mouth, the air shifted. Silence hit like a slap. Liam didn't yell. He didn't flinch. He just froze. His face didn't twist in anger. His eyes didn't widen. He simply stood still, and in that stillness, I realized I had cut him deep. Adam, my ex, the man who kept a pristine apartment, always cleaned up without being asked, always had dinner waiting. The man who also gaslit me, undermined me, made me question my worth every single day. The man who made me feel like love had conditions I could never quite meet. And yet, I invoked his name as a weapon against someone who had never treated me that way. Liam was none of those things. He was patient, imperfect, real. He'd held me on the nights I couldn't stop crying over things I didn't know how to explain. He'd made pancakes at midnight because I mentioned once, offhand, that my mom used to. He listened. He stayed. But I used the ghost of a toxic man to wound the one who was trying to love me right. "Wow," Liam said quietly, his voice almost hollow. "That's low. Even for you, Ma." I tried to fix it. I didn't mean it like that. But he was already walking away, calm, detached, like something inside him had just clicked off. He stepped into the bedroom and opened the closet. My chest tightened. "Liam, what are you doing?" "Packing." His voice was flat. "You made it pretty clear I'm not what you want." "No," I said, my voice cracking. "That's not what I meant." I moved toward him like proximity could undo what I'd done. My arms reached halfway, unsure if they were allowed to hold him anymore. He didn't look at me. He just kept folding shirts with a precision that broke my heart, like every fold was him deciding not to look back. "I'm sorry," I whispered. "Don't be sorry now," he replied, still not raising his voice. "Be sorry that I spent 3 years trying to love you, and you still compare me to the man who broke you." That landed harder than any shouting could have. He was wounded, and somehow the softness in his pain made it unbearable. He zipped the suitcase, and that sound, God, that sound, it echoed through the room like a closing chapter, a door slamming somewhere inside me that I couldn't reach. I've spent so long trying to prove I'm not him, he said, standing at the foot of the bed, tall but defeated. But you never stopped measuring me by his shadow. Then he walked out. No final words. No slamming door. Just a quiet exit that hurt more than any storm could have. I sat on the edge of the bed afterward, staring at the wall. The pillow still smelled like him. His dresser drawers were still full, but the room already felt vacant, like the warmth had been drained out of the air. I didn't text him that night. I told myself he needed space. But that space stretched, 1 day, then 2, then 5. On the 5th day, I broke. I sent a voice note, my voice barely steady. Liam, I didn't mean it. I was tired, overwhelmed. You've been so good to me. Adam had money. Yeah, but you gave me something he never could. You gave me peace. You gave me safety. Please don't let this be how we end. He didn't reply. On the 7th day, he finally did. One line. It's not about the dishes, Mira. It's about never feeling like I was enough. That shattered me, because he was right. He had done everything. He loved me with a quiet, constant kind of love, the kind that holds you up when you're sinking, the kind that doesn't need grand gestures, because it's present in the everyday. He showed up for me in ways Adam never did. But I couldn't stop measuring Liam with a broken ruler, and it cost me the man who never deserved that weight. 3 weeks have passed. He's staying with his cousin. I heard. There's no other woman, no Angerfield revenge, just distance, just absence. And I miss him. I miss the way he brushed the hair from my forehead when I was too tired to speak. I miss the way he laughed when I danced offbeat in the kitchen. I miss the feeling of being safe in his arms. And more than anything, I miss the version of myself I got to be when I was loved by him. So I'm telling this story not because I think he'll ever hear it or that it will bring him back, but because maybe someone else will. Someone who's about to say something sharp. Someone who's about to test the patience of a gentle heart. Please, don't use your past pain to poison your present love. Don't let pride ruin something tender. Don't mistake silence for strength when softness is what's needed. Because I thought love would be enough. I thought he'd come back. But sometimes, even the most patient hearts grow tired proving they're not the ones who hurt you. And sometimes, one sentence is all it takes to push them too far.